Well, today, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis greeted Americans he helped evacuate from what is now a war zone in Israel. So far, over 1,500 Americans have been extracted from the region. Here now with more, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Governor DeSantis, great to see you. I saw you in the Tampa airport with some of these evacuees, and you said that this is the most challenging and logistically difficult mission Florida Department of Emergency Management has ever pulled off. What did it entail as you rescued these Floridians?
Well, Kaylee, it's good to be with you. I mean, we have done this in Israel before after the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attacks. We've also done it in Haiti when the situation got really bad there, rescued our people from that. But in this situation, you have the total shutdown of Ben Gurion Airport. You have people that are all of a sudden stranded there, but you have ballistic missiles raining down from a very hostile nation, the Iranian mullahs directing those things. And so we had students who were studying in Israel at our from our state universities. We had a number of young people, student age, who were on the Birthright Israel program. And all of a sudden, their entire lives have been upended. And what happened was, because we have a track record of helping in these situations, we were willing to do it and we wanted to do it, but people were reaching out to us saying, hey, we need help. And so we sprung into action and were able to do that. So there have been 1,500 plus that have been evacuated out of Israel. We're now running flights from Cyprus. So the plane that I welcomed this morning was the second plane that's come in from Cyprus. Planes carry between 150 and 200 passengers. And I can tell you, there was just a real big sense of relief and appreciation to be back in the United States. I mean, these were folks who were not expecting this to happen. They were supposed to be there a limited amount of time, and they really didn't have a lot of hope immediately, and the state of Florida stepped up. We have a lot of challenging problem sets we deal with hurricanes. We've used our emergency response personnel to help enforce laws against illegal immigration and even do transportation to places like Martha's Vineyard. But this was a very difficult situation, and I think everyone involved did a really good job. And the operations are ongoing. We're going to continue to bring flights in as people need it.
You know, speaking to the broader conflict, Governor DeSantis, you know, you've served in the Navy, you've been deployed to Iraq, you are a smart and astute student of foreign policy. What do you think the right answer is now in Iran? Striking Fordo, continuing negotiations? Your analysis.
Well, I think President Trump's policy from the time he came down the escalator in 2015 till today is the right policy. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And part of the reason is we just don't want to see nuclear proliferation. Part of the reason is no country has been more hostile to the United States since 1979 than the Iranian mullah regime. But then their ideology. I mean, these are very extreme Shia Islamists. And we've always recognized that nuclear weapons can be deterred because if someone were to use it against us or a different country, that country could respond or we could respond, and then we both end up in smoke. That's not a good prospect, and it worked during the Cold War to deter. The problem is with these Iranian mullahs, mutually assured destruction is not really a deterrent, it's an inducement. Because if they can wipe Israel off the map, even if Israel were to respond and kill tens of millions of Iranians, these mullahs would think that's a good thing, that is following their radical theology. And so that's really the policy. You know, you were talking about with your previous guest about regime change. That is not what President Trump's going to seek. You know, we're not going to be sending American troops in to change the government. I mean, we've tried that in Iraq. That obviously has huge complications. I do hope the Iranian people will have a new government at some point. I think it'd be better for Iranian society. I think it'd be better for the Middle East and for the broader world. That's ultimately the decision for the Iranian people to make. It's not one that can be imposed externally. So I think the focus should be, from the American perspective, is Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. And when this is over, it needs to be clear that Iran will not get a nuclear weapon.
Precisely. And I do want to ask you about this laughable headline from the New York Times. I find it laughable. U.S. spy agencies assess Iran remains undecided on building a bomb. President Trump said today that intelligence assessment is wrong. I spoke with General Jack Keane. He said they've been trying to do this for 25 years. They have a whole enterprise about nuclear weapons. Your thoughts on that headline?
Well, it's absurd. Now, look, are they a week away, a year away? I don't think anybody really knows that. Clearly, the Ayatollah wants a nuclear weapon. It's part of their designs, will allow them to export jihad more effectively throughout the Middle East and around the world. And they know what that would mean in their hands. And so, of course, they're trying to do a nuclear weapon. And I think John Ratcliffe, the CIA director, had a good analogy. You know, if you have a football team that drives the ball down the field to the 1-yard line, you know, you can say they're not trying to score a touchdown, but like they're probably trying to score a touchdown. So everything Iran has done over the last 25 years has been trying to achieve a nuclear weapon.
Fantastic sports analogy. You have a track record of rescuing Floridians. Keep it up. Thank you, Governor DeSantis.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.